Well, happy Friday to you, my lovely brothers and sisters and patriots of the world. Thank you for joining me tonight, and I hope you do. I've missed you all so much. I've been working so hard trying to get my web page together, and I'll tell you, out of nowhere, here comes an angel to help me out. Can you believe that? And Oscar Morales, I love you. Thank you so much for rescuing me from my sinking ship. And Oscar is so wonderful. He has offered to build my own website for me. And that'll free me up so I can do more videos. And I'm so grateful for that. So, Oscar, mi amor, thank you so much. I enjoyed talking to you, and this is really going to, it's like a new level for me. So it's like the good Lord gave me a little push. So too bad that YouTube wants to just kick me off, because really that's elevated me to another level. So I'm excited. Yay. Okay, so we're going to continue our story with Patrick Bouvier Kennedy, and I think you're going to really enjoy it. In fact, I was hoping that I could get him on as a guest speaker once I have my webpage going, so I would love to have him come on and speak with me. I think that would be such an unveiling moment. One where we can all get together and show our love, our support, and because that's what we have to do. We have to stick together and keep our emotions high. We got to stay high, and we got to be there. So things are coming to we're in that storm, and things are going to come to a head. And when it does, a lot of people are going to be needing us, because they're going to finally wake up on any given day and say, wow, is this right? And they're going to be leaning on us, and they'll be devastated, I'm sure. So that's why we have to stick together. That's why I tell you, don't listen to the news, because it's all fake. Once you get back into that world, you got to climb yourself back out again. So that's why I say, keep yourself up here and look down on the world. Because if you're at my level, I'm looking down. The only time I literally have to step back is like today, because my car is having its fit, so I had to go take it into the shop. And my grandson had to move, so I'm there for him, And I had to take care of those things. And that kind of, that brings me down to this dimension. But I like it being back up here, so. That's why I say, be positive and love one another, and continue your prayers for the babies. My whole website is just dedicated to saving our children, okay? Because our children is the world's children. And we love each other, whether we know it or not. All of us human beings that were made from the same master of our universe. We all belong to the same God, the same divine spirit, and we're just all a part of that. So how can we not love one another, right? Don't let them do that to us. I've got some lovely friends over in Japan, beautiful friends from Canada, the UK, Spain. There's so many different countries that have literally stopped to follow me, and I'm so pleased, and I'm just really, I'm just overwhelmed. I really am, and and I love you for that, for stopping by. And like I said, I try to get around to reading your posts and your comments, and I listen to what you're seeing and what you want and what you're not getting, and that's what I'm working on, to try and get a better platform for you to come to where you can have everything on one site. I like to have a section just for the Q posts. So all you have to do is you just come to my site and boom, you got those Q posts. Also, I'll give you a gematria tablet so that you can learn how to do that. Because once you get to know that, then you understand the numbers a lot better, and it's easier than you think. So you're going to love that. And then, of course, I'll have my videos of the day with the articles that go with them. And so much more. So much more. Would love to have you as my subscriber, and I will be sending out little memos to let you know when we're ready to announce the grand opening of the website. And I want you all there, so I'm going to invite you all personally to come out and preview my new site. So let's get started, because it's going to be a really interesting one, and I hope you really like it. So it's featuring Patrick Bouvier Kennedy, and he has shared a lot of information with me, and I'd love to share that with you. Okay? All right. For everything that we know today about the Illuminati and about the way that children have been taken out from homes. Some children have been put into other homes to be raised by other people. Names have been known to change throughout history. So it's no wonder when we look at the Kennedy family and we start to hear information that's being brought out by the son of John Fitzgerald Kennedy and Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy. His story reminds me of a child removed from a family and raised in another part of the world, and then being reunited with his family once again. It's a fascinating story. It's a story we need the world to hear. And I'm going to be sharing it, even if I have to just share it in bits and pieces as I receive it. But I think it's important enough to be able to share this with you so that you get a better understanding of what's actually going on behind the scenes with the Kennedy family. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that one of these days I'll be able to get him to come on and interview and provide his story and share that with every one of you. I thought that would just be so eye-opening and such a massive reveal to the world. And I think everybody needs to know that. You know, and I stop and I think with, you know, were they part of a child trafficking situation? Because it's a hard pill to swallow. I'm not sure. I can only guess and read between the lines, so that's why I wanted to present this to you in the best way that I knew how, based on texts that are sent to me. Open your mind and just think about that as you're watching the rest of this video. I'd like to start out first with this National Library of First Ladies. It's an article by Carl Anthony. It's dated September 19, 2013, and it's entitled The Children of Jacqueline Kennedy. And there's our beautiful First Lady with Caroline and John Jr. First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy, shortly after moving into the White House with 3-year-old daughter Caroline and several-month-old son. This article is adapted from a recent public inquiry pointing out that there is no entry for the firstborn of Jacqueline Kennedy under the section that's marked Children in her National First Ladies Library online biography. That was written by Carl Safara Anthony, historian of the National First Ladies Library, until research in 1997 discovered the fact there was no public record of the name of Jacqueline Kennedy's stillborn child in 1956. And several of her siblings at that time disclosed that the child was never baptized, registered with a birth certificate, or legally named. Instead, Jacqueline Kennedy would later make reference to this lost firstborn with the sentimental name of Arabella. In 1963, when the child's remains were later transferred from a local Catholic cemetery in Newport, Rhode Island, to be placed alongside those of President Kennedy and the infant Patrick Kennedy, the widowed First Lady did not want a gravestone marked with the informal nickname which she had given her. It is not even clear that President Kennedy was aware of this name, nor was Jacqueline Kennedy known to ever make a written record of this name. It was simply a reference spoken among those with whom she was closest at the time. She made no further mention of the name after the initial period of loss. The death of the presidential baby a half a century ago today was a critical event, according to historians, one that sparked medical advances that did for the survival of preemies what Sputnik did for the space race. Though the baby was a healthy weight, he developed what was known then as hyaline membrane disease, a condition that killed about 25,000 children a year. And at the time, the first family had Caroline 5 and John Jr. 2, but Jacqueline Kennedy had previously had a miscarriage and a stillborn daughter. The death of the presidential baby a half a century ago today was a critical event, according to historians, and one that sparked medical advances that did for the survival of preemies what Sputnik did for the space race. It says that same year, a Canadian doctor had pioneered the controversial use of a ventilator and saved a similarly sick 34-week-old baby, but American doctors couldn't do the same for the Kennedy baby.